Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays Banished. I say that with authority, banished, because I have banished all despair from my heart regarding this game. I've gotten a little bit better. Thank you to the comments and the commenters who made those comments, who have helped me improve here. We're in a very good situation, and you know, if you picture the graph of my happiness with my town, not specifically with the game, the Lion's Den specifically here, it's oscillating. Right now we're at a high point. Firewood production's good enough. Food production, off the chain. Thank you very much to the pasture from heaven for giving us about 700 food per year. What is it? So let me just do some math here. 53, let's just say 50 for argument's sake. Chickens produces 700 food. 20 chickens produces 300 food. That seems to add up. What's 300 times 2.5 is about 750. And this is producing about, yeah, nearly 750, like 690, yeah, somewhere around the vicinity. I think it was actually literally 700. So that's good. That's very good news. I do need to build a town hall. I know I need to build a town hall at some point, but nomads are going to come. And when nomads come, that scares the shit out of me because we're able to provide for our population well right now, but only able to provide for our population well. And who knows how that'll change if we invite nomads to come visit us. The beautiful thing about nomads is I believe they also carry... or the town hall that allows them to come also gives you census information, which would be really useful. And I would love to have that census information. I'm a sucker for graphs and maps and stuff like that. But I don't know if I want to sacrifice the nomads in order to make that happen, if you know what I mean. We have so many herbs in, well, medicine, I guess as they technically call it in the game at least, in supply that I feel pretty good about our, the health of our citizens. The happiness of our citizens is also good. Just in general, it's going pretty well. I think we need to have another cemetery built. The only thing is I don't know where to build it. We almost need to work on getting like a third town center up. But we don't necessarily need to put it super far away. We could just plop down like another market. We don't need to do it yet, but we could plop down like another market like right here and just build houses around it. It's almost, it seems like kind of a shitty place. Where's our market? There it is. If we plop it down like right here, why is it shitty? Because it's kind of inhibiting the hunting cabin, I think, if we build houses around here. We'll have to think about that. As of right now, I'm just kind of letting time tick away. Our orchard actually is going to produce fruit this year. We did want to buy potato seeds, but it ended up being impossible. I really like just having this as like a food production area. I don't know. Do these overlap? Gatherer's hut. This gatherer's hut is trash, by the way. How much do you produce a year? Like 1,000 food. That's nothing to sneeze at. You only need 2 gatherers, though. I don't know. I would hate to, like, cut all this stuff down is the thing. Just to, you know, build something else. But at the very least, let's future-proof ourselves a little bit. And I think we'll build a cemetery. It's not going to be, like, a great place to live. It's just going to be a huge cemetery here. Why can't you build it there again? What was in the way? A cemetery cannot be... Oh, because it's the shoreline. Okay. What if we built like a small cemetery here? Cemetery cannot be placed here. One second. We build like a small cemetery there, and another cemetery just like across the way. So we have 2 builders that'll get working on that. It's not a #1 priority for us, but it's important to have nonetheless. We have 133 population right now. As mentioned, another school wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Where would we put this school down? School is the book. We would put this school... Oh, that's actually not the worst location for it, I think. Can people still get to it if I put it here? Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so we'll put a school down there as well. That's going to take 16 iron, which we can totally afford. And 16 stone, which we can totally afford. 50 logs, which is not even an issue. We have another laborer. I am going to put them to work on the mine. And we'll keep 1 laborer around here. I think this is reasonably okay. We'll just let that stuff get done, and we'll deal with what is... Oh, merchants here. What is going to be a relatively quiet year. You have seeds. Seeds are good. Squash, corn. I don't think we need to buy anything else except for 1 corn seed. So that's going to be 2,500. Can we get there? Especially with food, we can totally get there. I don't mind trading. Let's just keep some of everything in supply if possible. I should really have more eggs that I can give away, because I'm producing a ton every year. 50 iron coats, maybe? Or sorry, 50 hide coats. Iron coats would be something completely different. 200 firewood. Ah, okay, we're there. So we don't even need to give tools, but I think instead I'm going to alter this, and I'm only going to give away like 35 coats. We need to trade an additional few units. I'm okay with trading away some iron tools because we have a lot. I don't want to trade away a ton of iron tools. Let's give them like 30. And we're overpaying by 205 units. Let's take 205 units off. We'll take some firewood back. Is that going to be enough? We must trade an additional 195 units to complete this trade. Firewood's worth 4. How do we get to 195 units? Go up to like 179? Alright. That's not even close. Why is my math so bad? Okay. We have to take off 31 units. So that would be 148. Boom. Now we need to add 3 more units back. We'll just add some peppers. That added way too much. We're overpaying by 10 units. You know what? 10 units is fine. I know I can get some extra food out of that. We'll crank this down just a little. Every time I click the down arrow, it takes 20 off. That's crazy to me, but anyway. 300 venison. We're overpaying by 10 units. Whatever, man. Get it done. We got corn seeds. It's early autumn. Next year, one of these plantations becomes, or one of these farms, I guess, becomes a corn farm. But as for right now, oh man, our food production is so good. I almost want to invest in something else, but we're totally fine. Firewood's good, food's good, population's growing. Second school's going to go up this year. No laborers, but people will come of age. And we may deal with another labor crisis as we build a second school, but afterwards things will be great because obviously we'll have more population coming out of the schools and there'll be more productive workers. And, you know, a golden age is a really good time to build a school, I think, because we are in a position. Why did I even build this goddamn hospital? But we're in a position where, you know, we don't need to worry so much about our production because we have so much in storage right now that it's okay. So winter's about to come. What are we low on? Iron. We can invest another miner in here, and that's okay. Why are we low on iron? We need 16 to build the school. What's our tool production limit? I want them basically working full bore on producing tools. 200. We'll get there. We'll be fine. We struggled with iron for a while, but that's not going to be a problem anymore. We used a lot of iron to build the cemetery. Is that the case? No, the cemetery is just stone. Weird. We'll put another worker on the quarry. Oh. May need to get another quarry starting production eventually, but as for right now, I'm very pleased with the way this is going. Please do the school. Finish the school. It should be easy. Early winter and only 400 firewood scares me a little bit, but that's okay. I think it's because a lot of our firewood we sold to the merchant, so some of it is going to be kind of earmarked to go into the merchants, like our trading post, as opposed to going directly to the people, which is bad. You shouldn't have that happen, but whatever. Reserve of iron is low. Stone! Reserve of stone is low. Ooh, we should have enough to build a schoolhouse. What are you? Okay, these blacksmiths are all maxed out. That's okay. We'll crank that up to 300 tools, because we can always export them if we need to. Iron and stone are both low. So we're in a little bit of a primary resource crunch here. I can't stress enough that I think that's totally okay as long as we have food and firewood necessary to keep our people alive. So builders are just going to come by and smack this school a little bit, and we'll get a second school up. I'm going to call this one East Side High, and this one is going to be Southeast Side High. They're on the, well, actually, it's kind of like East Side High and Northeast Side High, whatever. I'm going to name them deliberately opposite so the kids get completely fucked up for the rest of their lives. That was what I would consider to be basically an ideal year for food. Produced again about 700 food. Actually, this year you produced almost 800, so you get even better. Who doesn't have, why don't you have a worker there? Oh, because it just got finished. Okay, let's take a builder off, and we'll have a teacher work there. How many students can you have? I guess we'll find out. Who doesn't have firewood? Why don't you have firewood? Is there firewood in this market? 224 of it. Wilberty and Kalia. You have 113 firewood. You have to burn it. You don't just keep the firewood in your house. It's not literally wood made out of fire that will keep you warm. Some people, all right? Okay. So wooden houses, they do cost stone. But we have to build some because we have to keep our population growing. We're running out of space. You know, we knew this would happen. I'm disappointed that it has, but we knew it would happen. So let's lay our houses like sideways like that. And now that we've got a school by here, we can afford to build some more houses and get people to move into these schools. Now, there is more stone to be harvested. There's, like, a whole area on this side of the map. Yeah, like, I haven't taken much stone out of there. But there's a huge supply of stone, like, over here. And maybe some more over here. Yeah, a little bit. But we are going to have to rely on things like quarries and mines pretty soon. 100%. We already are like 90%, but like literally 100% pretty soon. But this is okay. We're at, what now? 45 plus 95 is like 140 population, basically. If we can get to 150, I'd feel great. I don't know when we start inviting nomads. That's what scares me. I guess maybe we'll build those or we'll build the town hall as our next big project, because, you know, we've already got our mine sorted out. This is going to go out of business pretty soon, and then this one is going to be able to be stripped bone dry like our other mine is, but what are we low on? Stone? I can live with being low on stone. That's not a huge deal. Especially because we've already built, or we've already gotten the, like, primary resource production on all of our other houses done. But again, remember, this is going to be a bit of a labor crunch. And I say that, oh, I totally forgot to make you plant corn instead of peppers. Next time. Next season, I will do that. Because, again, extra food variety is extra health and happiness. As it is in real life, to some extent. Less so in modernity, I guess. But anyway, these houses will go up. We have 19-year-olds moving in. How about this house when it gets complete? 19-year-olds moving in is fine by me. That's of a good age to reach adulthood and start reproducing in Banished. Not passing any judgment in real life. But real life, Banished is real life, man. This is my job right here. You're watching me at the office. That freaks me out. That's gonna give me anxiety. Why do I keep saying it in this voice as if I'm teaching you a lesson? Oh God, we're all gonna die someday. I don't know how I feel about the train of thought that I just went on. So the wooden house. Just smack it with your axes some more, please. Anytime. I mean, you could move in there. You don't need walls. It's the summertime. Just sleep outside. It's beautiful. Well, you have no respect for nature or something? We actually could have a second builder work on it now. We had another population member matriculate. Yeah, 27 and 17. That's, again, a fairly okay age for Banished people to be doing stuff together and making babies and keeping our population going. You know, it is kind of right, I think, that maybe we should trade 250 venison for 250 mutton, right? Like, we make a lot of venison. We don't make any mutton. We might as well trade. Similarly, what else do we have in here? 233 peppers? Let's trade 233 peppers for 233 cherries. I assume that they have the same nutritional value, and now we've improved the population's health just by being here, basically. Why do you have nobody working here? Because we have 4 woodcutters now. We need another woodcutter. We can always export more wood if we have to, and in fact, you know what we can definitely do is have our trading post pick up, like, I don't know, another 80 iron tools. Actually, that would be 120. Another 120 iron tools. This will keep our blacksmiths active, and also make sure that we have a lot of value in our trading post that we can give away. Not give away, but trade away. Or eventually give in a later date or give it back to the townspeople at a later date is what I'm trying to get at. So, another good season. The harvest is approaching, I think. You're not finished yet? We got builders. You just need to smack it around a little bit. Please tell me you finish before your tool breaks. Nice. And we have a 30-year-old and a 17-year-old. Not ideal demographics for, you know, let's put it this way. I prefer that the 30-year-old male was out of his house a little faster than this, but our population's growing pretty consistently, so I can't be too salty about it. We have another 70 graves or so ready. Cemeteries are going to be a real problem. I don't really like this idea, but if we wanted to, you know, this cemetery is full of people that died at this point, like 10 years ago. 10 years in Banished is kind of a long time. We could bulldoze it and just build another one over top of it, and maybe people wouldn't be too sad about it. Maybe they would be despondent. I don't know. So we're in autumn. Is the orchard producing or withering right now? How many apples did we get? How many fucking apples did we get, Jerry? 547? Is that current season or previous season? I don't know. Did we lose all the apples to an unseasonably cold winter? Do I really need a second person working on this orchard, Jerry? Who are you? Where the heck are you, Mr. Ass Man? Okay, someone died. Alberti the stonecutter was crushed by a rock. That happens. There's only 8 people working at the quarry, so it's a really devastating moment when it happens, but it happens. Second school has 4 students. 4 and 14. We have 18 students right now. I want them to fill up. Seriously, fill it up. Make sure that people are being educated. If we're going to get through this bottleneck, I'd rather go through it when we have 3,000 food and we've got decent stone and a log, iron production, firewood, etc., etc. I need to see how many apples you produced. If you produce 0 apples, I guess we'll only see when the year ticks by. I'm gonna be real mad. Real mad. So I guess now that this has been completely harvested, let's change this field to corn. And again, health and happiness of my citizens is a prime concern for me. Smiles all around. I got an achievement. I guess that's for reaching 5 happiness. What is this? You've received an award, smiles all around. That's the first time I've ever had that happen in Banished. I don't think I've ever played a game longer to get an achievement. That means a lot to me. Thank you very much, Banished. Much appreciated. That is a sense of accomplishment that I don't get in video games all that often. So we are reaching like 150 population. Close to it anyway. I think we're about 10 away right now. Students, we have 20 and growing. How many can we support? If I had to guess, this probably holds 20. And this one probably... Where's the other one? Other school? This one probably holds roughly 20 as well. Maybe all schools just hold 20. So we could have 40 students. That's fairly okay. I mean, we don't have 100% education of our population, which is a little bit disappointing, but whatever. It's better than probably a lot of our competitors are doing right now. Let's put it that way. You have produced roughly 720 eggs. Sorry, 720 food, I should say. That's good. What about our orchard? I really can't tell if it produced anything. I guess we'll see when the year ticks by. But, you know, we went basically a year there with no pop-ups that told us we were low on anything. We even got an award. So I feel very good about the way that that went. Sorry to channel my Kevin Spacey from House of Cards. Anyway, we are still not needing this boarding house to the point where I want to bulldoze it. But then I think about it, and I'm like, well, if there's a tornado, we want to have a boarding house around, right? We'll crank up our herb limit for sure. But then I'm like, yeah, we want to have like a boarding house in case a tornado hits. But then I'm like, if a tornado hits, isn't it just as likely to take out the fucking boarding house? And yeah, so I think this is going to be on the docket to be destroyed. Nobody's lived here for a long time. Not remove resources, remove structures. And we'll just make sure that we're only getting the boarding house. Is this correct? This is not the ideal way to handle this. No, 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 no. Cancel. Yes, stop the removal of this resource. Okay, that was scary. Is there an easy way to just click bulldoze? That might be better, but anyway. Okay, our boarding house is going to get work done on it now. That's good news. We don't have 200 herbs. Yeah, I was going to say, get to work, lady. Oh, we have too many herbs. Can I just take the day off? Fuck off. I don't know. It's offensive of me, by the way, to just assume that the herbalist is a female, but... I'm not above my own prejudices. I was raised in a certain way, and when I grew up, herbalists were female, and the tavern actually produced produced beer, okay? That's the way it used to be. It's India Pale Ale, not India Pale Dale. Anyway, we got another achievement here for healthy. I think that's because we reached like 150 population, and they're healthy. They're 4.5. I thought maybe it would only take over when we got to 5, but no. Last year, you produced 0 freaking apples. Are you crazy? All of the apples died? It wasn't even due to a blight. It was just because you were a freaking lazy bones. So we're gonna give you another teammate, basically. And we're gonna take them away from the mine, even though I kind of need miners. Well, we don't need 2 miners here. We have 13 out of 15. 13 out of 30. Okay, that's right. And we want to put a second farmer here. Oh, no, that's not the button you click, even though you'd think it would be. There we go. So, let's go back and put our outlier up here. And things are going nicely, I would say. Hunt them! There's just venison and leather chilling out on the ground right now. Yes, you should be bulldozed, and you should feel good about it. Remember, this is where our population bottleneck is going to happen. We have, 24 students, and we could have as many as, like, nearly 40. So I'm expecting... You're out of resources. How much alcohol do you produce? Roughly 100 a year if you've got the resources. That's not so bad. Is there anything else we could produce beer out of that maybe I could just have, like, this orchard exclusively producing apples for you or something? Yeah, okay. We could do that. I wonder what our berry production is versus our apple production. That's a very good question. We'll talk about that next year. You have nobody to work at you? Why do you have nobody to work at? Why? Someone should be working there. Let's take our stonecutter away. We need to have blacksmiths, sort of, because our tool production is so good right now. How many tools do we have? 300 iron tools. Let's Put another 20 in there, just in case a merchant comes to... Oh, well, hello. What are the odds of that? Pretty good. They come regularly. Pepper seeds. Plum seeds. Well, I think we should buy plum seeds. So 1 plum seed is 2,500 units. We should have known that. So, let's trade some firewood. I'm okay with giving up 300 firewood, even though it's the summer and we're not quite at our limit. That's 1,200 units. What do we need to get another 1,300? 1,300 out of 8. We need like 147? I'm just making a guess. You need another 120 units there. Okay. To make this simple, let's just add... oh, we don't even have peppers in here anymore. Let's just add 42 venison. Sure. So that we're on the level now. And then let's make some trades to improve the health and happiness of our citizens just by trading food 1 for 1, basically. So let's give him 20 eggs. We got plenty of them. And in exchange for that, we'll take... we could take stone. Stone's worth 7? That's ridiculous. Never mind. 1 stone is worth almost as much as an iron tool. That's ridiculous. But we'll take... we're not growing wheat right now, so we'll take 40 wheat as a result of that. Not everybody's going to get a chance to get very much wheat this year, but that's okay. So we'll give you another 34 peppers. And you know what? Just to make that... Let's take it up to 74 wheat now. And we'll give you the rest of the venison. So that'll take us up to... That's going to be another 300 and... Well, we'll figure it out. 400 here. We have 1,000 units of food left to choose from. Let's take 1,000 berries. And then 76 beans. Why did I take the amounts that I did? Because berries are used for ale production, which will improve the happiness of our citizens. And we are a little bit low on berries, typically, so I think it's a good idea. We have another laborer. I'm just going to toss them back in the mine. Like so. And it's going well. I would say it's going very well. I'm going to wait until this is demolished, and then we're going to get some house production set up. Apologize if I say house weirdly from your perception. It's a Canadian thing. The OUSE thing, it's just different. It's okay. Let's get another member working on the quarry. How close is this mine to being crapped on? Pretty close. I'm really interested to see how our tool production changes once this mine is actually out of the picture and people are going to have to walk iron all the way over here to the blacksmith. We'll see, though. Okay, this is 100% demolished. That is good news, I think. Let's put up some more houses. We're providing very well for our population. And we can only fit 3 houses in that space, which is a shame, because if I'd moved this one over ever so slightly, I could fit more. We can fit 1 up here, though, so that's okay. We're going to build 4 new houses. That's scary. 4 new... I don't think of houses as, like, population anymore. Like, this is a place for people to live. No. Each one of these houses makes, like, 1 baby every 3 years. So this is, like, some compound interest shit that we got to be careful about, because it adds up. Now, things are being harvested. Except for our apples. Harvest the apples. I guess you harvest in the autumn, but hopefully they actually get it done. Is this corn gonna get done? Yes, but what? Wait a minute. You are... What is your job? You're idling. Excuse me? That's not okay. I'm trying to follow these farmers and see where the farmers are taking the food. Okay? Okay, that's fine. This storage barn... If this storage barn holds food, that's okay. That's not even much further of a walk than the market. So, I mean, it's probably basically the same distance as the market. That's okay, then. You're at the limit for firewood. So what we do when I'm at the limit, I either crank it up, or I come over here to our merchant area, and I say, we don't need 320 iron tools anymore in here. We might want to take it down to 200 because we just spent a lot. You know, we can go with like 250, so only 42 of these get sent back to the population. But then we come over here and we say, how much firewood are we allowed to have in our area? Am I having a heart attack? Where's firewood? Here. So we'll just crank that up by like another 100. 200. Why not? Keep them busy. Keep the woodcutters doing their damn job, basically. Now, I want to make sure... Yeah, you're at the production limit. That's okay. I want to make sure the corn gets harvested. Which it is. It looks like it's going pretty well. Yeah, wow. Last year they did 161 peppers. This year, 752 corn. This is why you want to rotate crops as often as possible. See, this is doing way better on peppers as well. Maybe last year was just a terrible growing season. It's early autumn. Harvest the orchard. Harvest the orchard. You got one very, very simple job. You just gotta harvest the orchard. Oh, I hate that I can't get the camera centered. There's probably a way to just automatically do it. Don't worry about these woodcutters. They'll keep working. We have many population members who have just come of age, I should say. Food production's great. Why not toss them down in the mine? That's what Daddy did. And that's what Dale's gonna do, too. We can have some more come into the quarry here. Remember, Town Hall is probably the next thing we're gonna build, so we'll worry about that when the crisis comes, I guess. What's going on? What am I waiting for? I'm waiting to see if the orchard gets what it needs to get. 550 apples is absolutely adequate. Now, do we have a third? We've reached the limit of... Excuse me? The production limit for this resource has been reached. Do we really only keep 5,000 food? How do I alter that? Let me check something here. Where's the one that shows production limits? Is this one? Shows limits placed on resource production. Food, 5,000. No. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We'll take that up to 10,000. I never want to worry about a production limit on food. It's good that we're doing so well. I'm thrilled. But we definitely don't want to put ourselves in a position where I'm... you know, having all of my farmers stop working. More food is good food. Hunter was crushed by a rock. How the hell does that happen? Were you hunting stones? Seems like a likely excuse to me. Cemetery's filling. This one's got some space left in it, thankfully. So what do we have? We got 95 plus 49. To me, that is 157 if I'm doing my math correctly. So that means we crossed the 150 threshold. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. As always, if you did enjoy it, show your support. Click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more Banished as we continue to grow here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you tomorrow.